Hello everyone and welcome back to Zoo Crafting! I am Zookeeper Seri and we are here in my beautiful new garden! Look at all of this! This is so lovely! We have peas and blueberries, we have got tea plants, lettuce, potatoes, I think we've even got some carrots. Oh my goodness! Brussels sprouts! There's a couple very delightful Brussels sprouts planted over here too. And just look at the lovely winter theme of flower color that we have over here with the blue hydrangeas of two, not one, but two different varieties. We have got some of the gorgeous white dahlias. Oh, I just love this. I love this so much. But yes, so welcome back everyone. If you're wondering where this wonderful garden came from, it actually was from the absolutely amazing stream we had this weekend. And if you missed out, don't worry, you can find the stream in the playlist so that you will be able to rejoin us on our many wonderful adventures. And today we actually need to do something very, very, very important related to the biggest, most amazing event that we had happen this weekend. And that, my friends, is the arrival once more of Bob the sheep. Bob is back. Bob is back. We have cloned him once more for the 4th time, and we even have a backup Bob. So I would like to introduce those of you who missed out on the special opportunity to Bob the sheep and backup Bob. Right over here we have, this is backup Bob, Bob version 4.2, and right over here this is Bob version 4.1. Now, I know for many of you this may be a very confusing situation because you've never heard of Bob. The short story of Bob is that Bob was a sheep that we discovered who lived in a tree when we were building our reptile house in the old world. We really liked him. He was super friendly. We really got to know him quite well. He even went to live in the original tree of light in the old world. So he lived in the original tree of light, and then one day, my friends, tragedy struck, and Bob passed away. We panicked, but we were able to go ahead and clone Bob and bring him back. And then he died for a second time, and we had Bob version 3 after we cloned him again, gathering up the scraps of wool that he left behind, running into our cloning analyzers from our fossil and archaeology research, and we brought Bob back, let's see, twice, and then Bob version 2 died by lightning. And that is one of the most dramatic deaths we have ever had in zoo crafting. And it was extremely exciting. You might even say a little electrocuting. Okay, I shouldn't joke about Bob's deaths. But I will try to make sure that all the appropriate links are provided if you would like the history of Bob. And one day, I will eventually get that wiki that I am working on prepared so that if you are new to our mini adventures, you don't have to feel left out. We'll have a wiki all tidied up so that you guys will be able to fill yourself full of knowledge, answer that curiosity based on the different people that we have in the zoo, or sheep as the case may be. Yeah, but yes, so this weekend, I mean, Bob the Third disappeared when we had to come to this world. I think he was lost when we like transferred around, but maybe we still had some of his wool lying around somewhere. And sure enough, this weekend, that proved true. We found some wool down inside of my wonderful sorting chamber where it actually smelled a little bit like burned wool. You could say it smelled like it had been struck by lightning. And we went down and we recreated Bob. That could potentially be a clone of Bob hiding in this pile. So, you guys have requested it. You knew how to convince me. You spoke the language of emojis in adorableness. And so we have veered away from my polite gardening and banana split making. And we will see what happens if we stick this wool into my analyze. Whoop! It's sheep DNA! You guys! It's a sheep embryo! I forgot about this! We've got it! We've got it, you guys! We have a sheep embryo now! Oh, you ready? Alright. If you're ready for this. 3, 2, 1. Let's do this. Alright. Any progress in here? How we doing? Cowberry? What? Ah! Ah! Oh my gosh! This sheep wasn't here before, right? This sheep was not here before, right? Like, hang on. There was no sheep. Did you guys see a sheep in here? Like, absolutely positively. Did you see a sheep inside of this room before? Like, is this Bob? Is this Bob? I mean, Bob! Bob! You're looking so good for being like the 4th version of your clone self. Oh my gosh, Aster Seed. Aster Seed. Like, oh my gosh, I missed it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. There wasn't a sheep in here, right? Like, this is really Bob, right? Oh my gosh, Bob! Bob the second! Now we can move on from serious yammering. No puns intended, because I'm Seri. And we can welcome Bob the second! He's following Bob! Ah, Bob 4.2! Oh my gosh! It was, my friends, absolutely amazing. And that's what leads us to the adventure of the day today. It is time to move Bob and the wonderful Cowberry over back to Zomberry Village. But Cowberry, you have earned yourself a scholarship to our labs. So I will be taking you downstairs so that you can speak with our lab chickens and our lab cows. Professor Cowplant will be delighted to speak with you, and Assistant Freezer Bunny will also be delighted to speak with you. You earned yourself a scholarship of your choice for any type of research in our lab. Oh gosh, she's already ready to go. Super excited. But we're gonna move Cowberry downstairs as a big thank you for her efforts, because she's the one who gave birth to Bob 4.1 and 4.2. And when we go down there, guys, I realized something. What if something happens to Bob? Again, we've got to be prepared. We have got to be prepared. So before we actually take them over to the Zomberry Village, where we've decided, since Bob is a tree climbing variety of sheep, a very unusual, very cool sheep, we're actually going to go ahead and we are going to put Bob in Zomberry Village, where all my villagers live. Again, if you feel out of your depth because you're like, this is a lot of stuff, don't worry, I'm going to be working on that wiki eventually. But we're going to put Bob in the Rainbow Tree in Zomberry Village, where I have all of my beloved villagers, including my son Junior, whose birthday is this weekend. So I hope you guys are ready to celebrate that. I'll have more announcements and news about that later. But all right, so let's see. We're going to actually prepare just in case something happens to Bob. We're going to go ahead and shear his wool, and we're going to go down into the lab, and we are going to have a backup Bob research station so that we can be prepared. We might even go so far in the future as to prepare little backup Bob embryos. So just in case something happens, we can immediately recreate Bob. But for now, I think just gathering some of his wool is probably a good first step. So let me go ahead and grab that. All right, pardon me, everybody. Please do not perform a grand escape. Also, thank you for the ink sac quill and quill's clones. I mean, to be honest, you wouldn't think it'd be very hard to clone animals in my zoo because they clone themselves. I did not get all these squickens. I got one squicken named Quill, and it turned into all these squickens. And then all of my chickens, well, a lot of these chickens are no longer clones of Eggshell, so we might have to rename. Yeah, there's only 2 clones of Eggshell, so we might have to rename some of them. Also, you guys are a little bit messy. Look at all of this. What am I going to do with all these cookies? Feed them to Chips? He loves cookies. All right, Bob, version 4.1, 4.2. I'm just going to take a little bit of your wool, if you don't mind. I think a little bit there, a little bit there. They're literally clones of each other, so this should be fine. And whenever we visit, I might take a little bit more so we can make sure we have some backup Bob wool. Also, let's see. Cowberry, if you don't mind, there we go. We'll go ahead and take Cowberry down into the lab when we take the backup Bob wool to make sure that we don't lose Bob ever again. And then finally, just, there's a lot of finallys. We've got, are you guys ready for this? So much to do in the zoo. Oh my goodness. But one of the other things I wanted to do really quickly was explain where this snail egg came from. I was gonna have Lily come and greet you guys today, but she's actually talking to this little hedgehog. Oh, hello, little hedgehog. I forgot that you were in our garden, and it was so surprising when I walked over to Lily to see what she was up to, and she's visiting with this little hedgehog, and it even found a snail egg. So I'm gonna go ahead and release this snail a little bit further away from this snail nomming little adorable creature. And I do know we need to get the mail. We'll have to see if we can pull that off today, because there is, as I said, so much to do in the zoo. Also, I'm putting the angry, oh yeah, the angry sheep poo. Okay. You may notice that there is one angry sheep pooing angry sheep no longer in my garden. And yes, Mimi and Sweetheart, the sheep, who ate my entire garden and then sprinkled angry sheep poo all over it, have actually gone back over to Gardener Mason now that my garden is repaired and now that we have the chicken coop repaired as well and most of the chickens caught. And speaking of chickens, Martha, you shrunk again. Okay. All right. I'm not gonna question it, darling. You fluff up like something is going on and then your feathers are all ruffled, you double in size. That happened during our stream this weekend. It was very surreal. Look, if you need to tell me something, just leave me a little note. I will do my best. I know you wanted that vacation in Relic Ruins, but it may be a little bit before we can go there. But just, if there's something on your mind, do please leave me a note, Martha. All right. Oh, yeah, and the snail. Let me go ahead and release the snail. All right. And doink. Oh, it's a little slug. There you go, little slug. I guess you weren't a snail after all. Wait, is that Henry? Henry? My slug? Oh, the old world animals are coming back to me. Oh my gosh, Henry. Hang on, Henry. This is the Bring Back Bob celebration day. It can be the Bring Back Henry celebration day too. I need paper. Oh gosh. I need a lot of paper. I need string. Oh my goodness. I hope I have my little name tag station set up. Henry was one of my snails from the old world. This is so thrilling. Is this set up still? No, it is not. It is all nice and tidy. But normally I have my name tags, like a big stack of stuff, lined up so that I can just like immediately make name tags. Whoops. All right, name tag. All right. I'm gonna want paper, string, and gobbledygoo. All right, let's see. And string, no string. It's probably going to be up with wool. The sorting fairies really did a big job on this one. All right, there's string and then gobbledygoo. All right, there's gobbledygoo. All right. And we can line it all up like so. Oh, I'm going to need a lot more string. There we go. And at least I've got 8 name tags started. And let's go ahead and name Henry. Henry. No, I don't want to name all of them. I don't need 8 Henry the Seconds. That would be kind of hilarious. All right, there we go. Henry the Second. Oh my gosh, I don't believe we have Henry as well, which is so cool. Oh my gosh, for a second I thought the Squicken cloned itself? Do Squicken have... I have never noticed that Squicken have legs before. My mind is a little bit blown. That's kind of a... Whoops, sorry. That's kind of... Wow. I didn't know Squicken had legs. Okay, I learned something today. All right, but let's come downstairs and... Ouch. I should have used the vines. We have our little mini darlings that I do need to put away, but I was thinking we could use these chests as spots to start storing different kinds of science-y things that we really needed to make notes about, things that we really wanted to research, or cool artifacts that we found that we need to store somewhere before we use them somehow. So I'm actually going to go ahead and for this is kind of like critically important. So we'll make like common stuff over here, kind of your uncommon stuff here, important and epic rare stuff over here. And so in this chest, I'm going to put the first of the backup Bob wool. And I think I might get some sticks and kind of like segment off all of the chest. In fact, let me go ahead and do that really quickly. And let me rename like a piece of paper, so that I know what we're working with here. All right, there we go. So back up Bob wool. Yay! Okay, that fits. That will tell me, like, what we have. Ooh, I am so low on all of my wood. Oh, and there's a whole bunch of paper in here for some reason. That's fine. Let's see. Yeah, I'm really kind of low on a ton of my wood, so I'm gonna need to do a little bit of work on that. But let me grab the jungle planks. And there we go. All right. I swear this will make sense when you guys see what I have in mind. And this is... Seri? And this is good because this will actually help to sort things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I kind of want to sort it 3 by 3. But that's going to be a little difficult to do. I would end up... okay, we're going to do it like this. It's not going to be a perfect science, unfortunately. Alright, you know what? I won't overthink it. Let's just kind of cut it in half. And then cut it in half again. And we can kind of start... Ugh, that's not really half. Oh no! Okay. We're not going to overthink it right now, guys. We're just making ourselves a kind of filing cabinet for the wool of our creatures so that we can clone them again. That sounds so creepy too. Here, we might need different size cabinets for different things anyway, so I'm sure this will eventually work itself out however it needs to be, and Bob's wool doesn't need to take up a ton of area, but now we know this is the backup Bob wool. There we go. Yeah, we'll kind of adjust the size of our little new filing cabinets of rare and strange and unusual items based off of whatever we're sticking in there and how much. All right, and then let's come down here. And inside of our wonderful labyrinth, which is a labyrinth and a lab, we have... Oh, hello, Experiment 404. Very nice to see you. We have Cowplant the Third, who also has gone through many iterations of its cloned self. And we have Assistant Fraser Bunny. Both of you... It has been a long time since I have worked with all of your wonderful knowledge and all of the stasis chamber itself. I mean, look at our beautiful fish. But I hope that you two will be able to speak with our newest addition, Cowberry. Cowberry, there you are, my dear. Please have a wonderful conversation. I know that the professor can be a little intimidating. She and her husband can be a little bit much to see for the first time because they are quite famous. But when you're ready, let them know what area you would like to study. What is it you would like to use the scholarship you have earned for your wonderful contribution to our zoo on? So once we figure out what you're into, then we'll be able to add it to the zoo. I promise. Alright, so now that she's there, we have a slug to name, and we have a couple sheep to move. It's been such a busy day. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. Alright, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. There, now I know how to use my own vines, for crying out loud. Martha? I don't know what's up with her. I swear she gets bigger and smaller. Alright, Henry the Second! Henry the Second, little buddy. Where'd you go? Did I turn my back too long? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, guys. Uh-oh. Henry II. This definitely feels like me. We have important things to do in the zoo today, guys. And then I'm crawling on my belly through the grass looking for a slug. Henry II. Hello. Oh, no, you guys. Okay. Well, I hope he didn't, I hope he didn't get hurt, but I don't think he could. Martha, you didn't eat him, did you? Okay, well, I'm going to put his name tag in here, and we're just going to have to keep our eyes open for a slug slugging around. And once we do that, then we'll give him the name tag, because that definitely was Henry II. I mean, he was an orange slug, just like Henry I. And I was so proud of having that slug as a pet in the first zoo crafting. Oh, good! And our clones have once again worked on their wool. Eggshell, please stay inside. Apparently the world can be dangerous. Alright, Bob, thank you. Bob, thank you. There we go. We'll have a couple more backup wools. And now I can go ahead and we've got this. Alright! So let's go ahead and take Bob the 4th.1 and Bob the 4th.2 on to their new home, my friends. All right, Lily, do you want to come? Oh, okay, you're still visiting with your adorable little hedgehog friend. I hope the hedgehog didn't somehow manage to find the slug and eat him, but we'll have to see. All right, and I'm just gonna, oh wait, I'm gonna actually need to write aster seed over there to get on top of the tree, because I apparently am not very good at climbing today. Tripping down my own leaves. Oh wait, come on, Aster Seed. All right, careful. And up. Good job. Oh, I'm so proud of you. Okay, we're gonna land here in Zomberry Village. Oh, hey, look, it's Mimi. I wonder what she's doing here. Oh, we'll have to go visit with her. Is there anybody else that I don't usually see in the village here? I can't tell. All right, come on, Aster Seed. Careful, careful. Good job. All right, guys, a historic moment. We will now, once more, in our beautiful, wonderful final world of Zoodesia, release Bob version 4.1 and 2. So we'll release both the Bobs, and they can rejoin us on our adventures. A very historic moment indeed. So let's do this. Bob 4.2 and Bob 4.1. It is so wonderful to see both of you up here. And I actually just realized there is nothing for you to eat. So I should go get you some grass and plant some grass inside of the tree. Probably. Whoa! Look at him go! Already climbing across treetops and climbing across rooftops. Well, alright, yeah, actually I feel a little bit, sheepish, you might say, because I just realized that there's nothing for them to eat. So our mission is clearly not done yet, my friends. We are going to go and we are going to gather up some sod so that we can feed both the Bobs. Hey, is that Sweetheart? I thought we had 3 Bobs for a second, and I was like, oh my gosh, the cloning is beginning. But we do need them to continue to make wool so that we will have the backup wool in case anything happens. So next time we will gather up some sod, and I think we'll go down and visit with Sweetheart and Mimi and see what they're up to. But don't worry, we will be getting to the actual work on the zoo. Just we're going at Seri pace, and it can sometimes be a little bit silly. So I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for joining me. If you could, do please leave a like for Bob 4.1 and Bob 4.2 and their new arrival here in the zoo. And also, where do you think Henry went? We're really gonna have to find out where that little guy ran off to. I mean, can slugs even run? These are the important questions we ask here in Zoodesia Zoo. So if you guys would like to join us, do please be sure to subscribe, and I will see you all next time. And you know, this is the part. Okay, gotta stretch, gotta get ready. And finally, stay curious, everyone. Bye-bye.